Welcome back. There was a lot of solid intel in the files you sent us from London.
We were particularly intrigued by the frequent mention of a group called Adrastea. They seem to be involved in a very diverse range of transactions. We spent the last couple of days digging up any and all mention of Adrastea in the databases we have access to. But very little comes up. It seems elements within CIA and the former KGB know of them. But this is hard to explain. But it feels like parts of those files have been removed. The few files that mention the group have peculiar holes in them.
So whoever they are, they're our main suspect now.
The pattern had been very well obfuscated.
Martin, you wear your watch on your right hand.
Payments into the money laundering scheme appears to coincide with a leak.
What's wrong with that?
Adrastea is selling classified information to third parties.
It's got to be on your left wrist.
Presumably.
I haven't worn a watch in so long.
Because then you use your right hand to change the time and everything. He must be left-handed.
That must be the only
I'll let you
explanation.
know once we uncover something actionable.
We're figuring Martin out.
A word.
Also the
before
fact
you
that he
leave.
stands like
Yes,
that.
sir.
You gave the local authorities a lot to work with in London. Lots of evidence.
It couldn't be avoided.
We don't know our
Well.
adversary yet, and they don't know us. Our job is to change the former without changing the latter. It's possible they're as well connected as we are, so we must take great care not to tip our hand.
With all due respect, sir, that's easy to say.
I'm starting to
Do you
wonder
have
if
any
this
specific
game
advice?
has
Try not
different
to be seen
endings and
doing
stories
anything.
based on what
I
you
know
do.
what ending we're
Make
getting,
sure they don't talk.
if that's the case.
Look, if somebody sees us doing something illegal, make sure they don't talk. Is that not what we just did?
Also, every time I look at my carpet, I hate it even more. Because it's like stretched, or like, what's the opposite of stretched? In the middle.
Smushed.
It's smushed in the middle. And I don't think it should be that way. But also, it's just, it doesn't make sense. Why are there randomly 2 green squares?
You know what? That's exactly what I was just looking at, the 2 random green ones.
So not only is some of it squished, but now there's just 2 green ones randomly out there. But this blue is just overwhelming. Like the dark blue.
It really is a horrible carpet. You really need to get rid
I've
of it.
been listening to your wire, mostly Josiah's phone calls, and I've discovered something disconcerting.
Do tell.
Did you know we're not sanctioned?
What do you mean?
Kingbridge does not have official sanction from the highest echelons of the CIA or FSB.
But we do have support from both agencies.
Not from people with any authority to create this kind of program. In fact, it kind of sounds like nobody has authority to establish something like Kingbridge.
Then we better hope the higher-ups
Well,
don't find out.
the secret
That's
spy
putting it
agency is
mildly.
operating on its own
We'd be
agenda.
thrown before the FISA court at the very least. At worst, they'll install us permanently in the CIA's nearest black site.
Or left to rot in some prison in Siberia.
Sorry, I
All
wasn't
of us
listening
here,
to what you were saying.
we're
I was
committing
trying to pay
treason
attention.
just by associating with each other.
I should
I'm
talk
not-
to
it's not
Josiah
working.
about this.
Better not.
Just
We want
every
to know
time
how
my
you
character
heard
opens
about
his mouth, I sort of fall asleep a bit. Oh, last time when we went into the cutscene, I sort of glitched onto the boxes, but well, I am kind of a bit stuck though.
You are a very strange man with a lot of energy. You need to go for a run or something.
I need to open some doors. I've already opened all these.
Right, I need to find Daniel.
Getting ahead of myself.
Ugh, Sarah. I don't want to talk to her.
On my bingo card, it's her complaining about killing people.
Sounds like Umberto got a match on that registration number.
Umberto?
Miss Kozlova,
You seem a little terse today.
that wasn't my intention.
Is there a problem?
I shouldn't say.
Ugh.
It's not my place.
I have very little patience for obtuseness. If something is wrong, I would prefer you to tell me.
All right. You've
How
killed
did I
more
know?
by
Here it
now
is.
than the leaks we're investigating.
Could that be true?
7 deaths we've connected to our case. You've killed more than that.
You're right.
In that
I
last
wasn't
mission
there.
alone, basically.
I don't know what it's like to make decisions under such pressure. But please, for your own sake, if nothing else, try to pace yourself in the future. So many lives must weigh a lot on a conscience.
Not really.
Spare me the guilt trip. Our mission cannot be measured in lives.
Like I said, it's not my place. I should get back to work.
Yeah. It's not your place, is it, Sarah?
Hey, I wasn't here to watch your last operation, but I've been told you kicked all sorts of ass. I'm sorry if this sounds ignorant, but I was just wondering.
Go on, ask.
I used to do taekwondo, and I was really into martial arts for a while.
Why does his
I've never
mustache
seen a
move
lady
differently
beat a
to
guy in
his
a
mouth?
fight.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty
Or it feels
simple
that way.
equation. In a fair fight, a good big
It's
guy
like not
will
attached
beat
to
a
his
good small
face.
guy. That leaves me two options.
It's a
I
fake
can either be
mustache.
better,
Yeah, he's not
or
put
I
it on
can make
properly, has
sure
he?
It's not a fair fight.
Which one is it?
When things go according to plan, both.
And when they don't?
Knife to the heart or carotid artery.
Oh.
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 David. Daniel even.
Hey, how was Berlin?
Was interesting.
It sounded like it would be a milk run.
It did, didn't it? Let's just say things didn't go according to plan. We got what we came for, though.
How many people did you kill?
Yep, I made some new friends. I'll introduce you to them.
More or
sometime.
less than us.
So enigmatic.
How about you? I heard you pulled quite the heist in London.
It all went off without a hitch.
How was it to work with Martin?
He's got my back. Why?
He just seems a bit, full of himself.
He can be a pain in the ass, but he is good
Honestly,
at his
I
job.
don't like
I'll try to
Martin
get used to
either.
He explodes too many people.
That's my favourite thing about him. It's the rest of his personality. Ooh.
There you are, Radko.
Иосия не капал вам на мозги насчет тех убитых?
Нет, его куда больше беспокоило, не осталось ли после нас улик. Ну и, как говорится, покойник ничего не
So how much
расскажет.
slower would they have to speak for you
Значит,
to be
Иосия
able
на
to
своем
keep up
месте.
with what they were saying?
Не поймите меня превратно, мы не в восторге от того, что приходится кого-то убивать. Но успех задания превыше всего.
Or
I
would,
don't think there is a
Подобных
speed that I
операциях
can
зеваки то и
understand what
дело
they're saying.
оказываются в
would we have to go
неудачном
back into
месте в
time to
неудачное
back when
время.
you
Выходит,
were
гибель
still
невинных
studying?
не должна меня беспокоить?
Probably, but
Невинность —
also there's just a lot of words that I did not learn in, like... I mean, it was A-level Russian, to be fair. But,
They don't really teach you about
выполнения
what
задания.
spies
думали,
and
я не
KBG
решусь
in
спустить курок?
No.
GCSE,
Мне
do they?
доводилось знать пару матерых киллеров.
No, it's like I didn't learn the word for hardened or killers.
У меня тоже вполне стальные. Сиськи.
I don't think I learned the
Нет,
word
я
for
вовсе не
tits
об этом.
either, although that would be a
Просто
great
вы,
word.
как бы это сказать,
I feel like you must have,
не
surely.
испорчены.
А без
To
испорченности
be fair,
никак.
that probably some
Можно и
kid
без
looked it
неё.
up in class.
Но мне кажется, она помогает.
Also, I'm done opening doors now. I am door.
Which door are you?
The little cupboard door. Next to Angry Woman, I think, but I can't really tell from my current position.
Do you know
It's
how-
near my office.
so much of me going through your footage is just going to be you messing with doors.
I hope just every now and then you just cut to me, just like climbing on people and
Coming up with
Oh,
a
don't
convenient
worry.
Inside
pretext for
doors.
you is
Don't
not a
worry, I
simple matter.
fully
while you're
intend.
going
Surprised
around
to
doing
hear
the
you say
important
that.
stuff.
Mr. Mansour is easy. Put him in a suit, give him the sort of title that makes eyelids heavy. Asset manager, for instance. But you don't look like you belong anywhere important.
I don't mean to be flippant, Mr. Great. But
Okay.
you should have seen me when my hair was spiky.
Yes, well, we appreciate your effort to tone it down. Now, what are you here to see me about?
Absalon, I remember
So
that
what
name.
was Absalon's role in all this?
It looks like he got set up. He was following the money trail from the drug trade, and somebody wanted to stop him.
But then, why did the authorities kill him?
All the Danes knew was that he was spying for a foreign power inside the seat of their government, and he was armed and dangerous. They were trying to bring him in for questioning. Based on what you brought back, it seems somebody made Absalon believe it was a hit squad coming to kill him. When they came, he panicked and started shooting.
It's hard
Anyway,
to
I started
accept that a
blasting.
man died because of a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
That's the cost of clandestine operations.
He said the
You
thing.
have to keep secrets even from the people who are
Oh,
on your
roll
side.
credits.
Sometimes
I might cut to the credits and have a picture of the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme.
Do we have any information at all on Adrastea?
Sarah's team is digging through the archives now and pulling on our
Ugh,
contacts
Sarah.
within the CIA and the FSB. The only hit we've had so far has been a brief mention buried
So our
in a
intel is brought to us by
top-secret
Sarah.
CIA report
She
from the
hates
early
us.
80s.
So it's some kind of Cold War thing.
It could have been around for long.
At this point, she should just
It's
point
difficult
us
to say.
towards people that she
The
wants
report was
murdered, because
mainly
that's what we're
financial
gonna
and
do.
contained no further information
Does seem
about
like
our
that, doesn't it?
targets.
I'll start preparing for the next operation.
This may be our first shot at Adrestea. Let's make sure it won't be our last.
Right. That is done. Now we start the next mission. Cut to whatever ridiculous situation you're in now.
I'm still in the same door. I'm really enjoying this spot.
Ooh, we're going to Warsaw in Poland. Ooh, I can have sleepy ammo instead of lethal ammo.
Oh, why would you do that?
5 days after London.
The information you uncovered in London has led us to Richard Baxter, a somewhat mysterious and particularly well-connected banker. He's officially employed by Catalyst, but apparently he's never set foot in their building, and his name appears almost nowhere
What's Catalyst
in their
again?
files. When
They're
he
some
does
sort of
appear,
business, aren't they, I think?
It's usually in private correspondence.
Yeah.
And these missives make it pretty
If any of us
clear
were, if either of
that
us were
he
paying
is,
attention in
fact,
any
the
way.
man controlling the whole money laundering
It's got cat in the
outfit.
name, that's
so
all that
he's the
matters.
source of the
True.
leaks.
Okay.
He's getting agents killed when they get too close to his
Are
operation.
they the bad guys?
There's
Because
only one
I
way to
kind of
find
like them
out.
if they've got cat in their name.
Find him and ask him.
That's all you need.
Find out. I'm
To be
still
honest.
gonna go with
It's a
the
very
old
difficult
spy
man to
trope that
find.
we are the bad guys.
In fact,
That this agent's
one
Oh,
rather
the bad
gets the
guy.
I mean,
impression that he has
definitely.
extensive
Like, point.
experience
The last
with
mission is going to be us going
He's a
through the
spy?
agency,
Based
and
on
I
the
know
way
where
he
all the
covers
doors
his
are.
tracks, almost
So
certainly.
we're all covered.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
I'm
Mr.
going
Zaborka
straight for
is
you,
better at
Sarah. I'm
finding
gonna shoot
people
you
than
between your
Mr.
weirdly
Baxter
small
is at
eyes.
not being found.
You found him,
Yo, I'm just
Roscoe.
picking on Sarah at this point.
I'm
She
pretty
deserves
well
it,
connected
though.
in that neighborhood. Lot of people who owe me a favor.
Indeed. Mr. Sabolka's connections alerted us that Baxter is attending a party in Warsaw.
I mean, that's an
thrown
awful
by a
quality
Bulgarian
picture. I
drug
can't see
lord
anything in
named
that.
Why is the
Vitalin
picture in a
Vadkov.
cage?
The party's on the 7th, and that may be the only window we'll have for quite some time.
Who else is on the guest list?
31 people, mainly Poles and Russians, with a few Germans and Brits bringing the international
Sarah,
touch.
you want to move your lips?
Most with connections to organized crime.
We've managed to get an invitation by leaning on a low-ranking member of Vatkov's network. Mansour still has an old CIA identity by the name of Nasir Patel, who we've revived for this operation.
Is that safe?
Nazir is clean. He had nothing to do with the thing in Mexico.
Mr. Patel is a Pakistani black market financier looking to establish a connection into Europe.
That looks like the
He'll
guy
be
that just
accompanied
spoke.
by a Russian
It really
broker
does.
named Yulia Seletsnyova.
I know where he is. He's right
The
here.
guest list doesn't leave us much room to be creative. Every woman there has been hired for the occasion. It's that kind of party.
I understand this may feel denigrating.
It's fine. Whatever gets us inside with the fewest questions asked.
Good. Kozlova, you're on point for this one. While Mr. Mansour will provide the distraction, Mansour's call sign is
And
Lancet.
what about Martin?
The
He's coming
objective
too, right?
is to identify Richard Baxter, isolate him, and interrogate him.
Our
Do I get to
information
change
indicates that
character?
Mr.
I wanna be
Baxter
this
will
guy.
stay the night.
You're just not in
So
this
you'll be
mission. You're gonna
arriving
stay
well
here and
after
play with
dinner,
doors.
when many of the guests have left. This narrows down the possibilities.
Is that not what I was hired to do?
Do we have any idea how this man looks?
Unfortunately not. Mr. Baxter is a very enigmatic person.
Really? We have nothing on him.
Someone at the party must know who he is, considering he appears on the guest list as Richard Baxter. Who knows? Maybe he'll simply introduce himself.
Who'll
That
be
seems like
canvassing
a
the guest
stretch.
then? Me or Katya?
You'll both have to work the room.
Oh god, this guy's gonna die.
Assume resistance will be pretty low?
Vatkov is an organized crime, and these people don't tend to skimp on security. Worse, if you get caught, they're not simply going to arrest you.
Yes, I got a good preview in Mexico of what happens. But I can't show up for the party wearing Kevlar and thigh holster.
Why
We've
not?
procured a very pretty dress for the occasion.
Вы что, издеваетесь?
Come on, Cat, it'll be just like in the movies.
Shut up,
Alright,
Martin.
Let's go to Poland.
Your plane leaves tonight.
Martin enjoys
Good luck
that.
to all of you.
Like, it's way too much. Like,
I've seen the
Alright, let's
poster
go.
in his room.